I'm not allowed to leave the country.
No, you're not. You're on lockdown.
Yeah, that sounds way worse than it is, guys. But we all
Scott's going to prison.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Probably CEOs don't like me coming up to them.
I almost cried last week. Good. Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys with your hosts.
I'm Joe.
I didn't know he was doing that. I'm Scott. Good to meet you.
Hello.
I was just trying to make sure that I obliged with your request last week. Sorry, this has been a mare of a start to the episode. For the listeners and the viewers out there, Scott and I and our friend Alex were deep in trying to get a victory crown because we were sludging it out in the Sweatsfield known as Fortnite OG. And we were desperate for a win, so we had to go back to chapter 6 to get a win, but that made us late. We had commotion with Joe arriving and Luke going absolutely bananas. And then your big man's had a little bit of like technology fault, and my camera didn't want to play ball. We're in, but I wanted to oblige Scott because last week you wanted to play the game of can we do the NFL introduction? So I was trying to figure out a way to intro that. So you fell at the first hurdle there, but welcome back, everyone. This is the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat became the podcast. You can catch us every single week on Apple and Spotify, and catch the visuals on YouTube. And yeah, crank it. I don't know,
guys. If I've ever heard any advice from Bruno, it's if in doubt, crank it.
Yeah,
just crank it.
Especially when you're listening to your boys, crank it. Why not?
Yeah, this is it.
Only if you're on your own, though, not on a bus.
I mean, if you're starting a drinking game, go with anytime Bruno says the word oblige, because that seems to be new to the mouth of Bruno.
Yeah. It's new to my tongue, but I'm Bruno Hawkins, Big Man University.
I'm Scott Ray, Oklahoma.
Sooners, go Sooners, or whatever.
Remember the mic?
Yeah. Joey Orr, Dr. Pepper's biggest patient.
There it is.
Nice. I like how you're from Oklahoma, but wearing a Longhorns.
Yeah. I can't pick what university.
You get drafted.
Oh, come. Well, you're wearing the colours, so you've picked there.
I'm heavily picking there. But I mean, I was born in Oklahoma, but I'm just saying.
You got to go where you get paid, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't saying what school I was from. I was saying where I'm from. I go to this school. They say what university they're from, because you thought it was what football team they're from, but no, it's what uni they went to. So Joe's Dr. Pepper, what uni's that?
Medical school.
When the guy says School of Funktown, where's that?
Yeah. Sometimes some people do
just
a little
I can't
bit
do
of
it. Okay, I understand.
Quirkiness. No, you can, but you can't be wearing a Longhorns.
Yeah, that's true.
Jersey whilst you're doing it.
You got to go where the money is, you know.
There's no money in college.
I tell you where there is money, and we'll get to it in a minute. It's baseball.
No, there's money in baseball.
Bruno,
can I just say something? Because the viewers are probably wondering, you didn't have to probably tell them that you've been having a bit of a mare and a bit rushed because you're wearing the most ill-fitting T-shirt that only Shane Dawson would wear in a conspiracy video. I mean, you're one Diet Coke away from turning to the camera and doing that away from a Shane Dawson video. I mean, we'll take his numbers, but I mean, the shirts, he can have them back. I mean, yours is at least your shoulder's not completely out.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I am. You're right. I have no retort. Oh God.
I'm just glad you obliged me.
Hey,
that's the other drinking game.
Hey.
Do you know who does that? Shane Gillis.
Oh,
yeah.
So if he does a joke, then you go, hey. And then he starts again.
I still need to check out Tires on Netflix.
It's very good.
I like Shane Gillis a lot.
Funny. But have you got like an itinerary? Because I've got nothing in front of me other than Dr. Pony, Dr. Pony University.
Dr.
Pony in a Pepper Club.
So I had the NBC football intros because I wanted Chris Collinsworth to all over the screen to me. That's a little Pat Mahomes gag, Joe. You should hear him on commentary whenever Pat Mahomes.
He'll throw it into the dirt, and he's like, "Well, I've never seen someone throw it in the dirt like
that." And then so I've got where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the hottest topic of the week, which pretty much happened the morning after we recorded last week's episode. What went down in New York City?
All right, now let's play a game because I know very little about this. You're going to know even less. What happened in New York, Jay? Let him go.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Let him hear about it.
What are we talking about?
No, but remember, just after the last podcast, something big happened in New York City, Jay. You let him know. Obviously, it happened just straight after the podcast, but you just crack on. You just throw it out there.
Big world news.
Massive world news. You let him know, though.
What was it?
I know very little about this, but like I said, I know you know even less. Just have at it. You let him know.
Have a go. What happened in New York, Joe, last Wednesday morning?
Massive news. Be careful,
7
though.
o'clock.
I feel like we're setting you up for just tying yourself in.
Yeah. Hold on, Jay. Let me just ask you a question. If you've just got to New York, right?
Yeah.
And you're staying, we'll put you in a hostel, for example.
Hostel?
Okay. Yeah. Just a hostel, just a nice little hostel. 7:30 in the morning, you go get a Starbucks. You're just walking along town. What would you do next? What would you, Joey, or do next?
I can't imagine what's going on in his brain. I mean, a lot of that was new information to me, but I mean, I still know where it's going. But you don't know. By the way, you know Friends when Joey thinks Netherlands is a made-up place?
Yeah.
That's how Joe felt about the word hostel. He was like, that's from a horror film. Use a real place.
I like that.
So you got your Starbucks. You're in New York City. What are you doing next?
Sightseeing?
Nice.
Okay, nice. Yeah. You wouldn't want to CEO of a large American healthcare.
I was nowhere near New York City last week.
Oh no, we're not trying to frame you.
I have not been wronged. I have not been wronged by the healthcare of America.
Is that what's happened?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
My insurers did not let me down.
Is this always because you might know more than me now?
I do now.
Okay.
So the absolute fandom and speculation around this subject has gone like they're like he must have been wrong done. Like he's had Scott's looking at there because I said wrong done.
I thought you were bringing up the West Brom legend, Rondon.
Rondon.
I thought he was going to play a little football game in training. Rondo. I didn't know what was going on.
There's been some wrongdoing. That he's either been like rejected healthcare or he's had a dying daughter or sibling or something close family. Like there was all this like speculation going ahead. For those listening that haven't heard, the CEO of United Healthcare got axed off last Wednesday morning.
Can I just ask? There's a lot of jovialness about it. Did this human being die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're saying axed off and smiling and stuff. What's going on? This guy actually died.
He died. He died. But it is so unraveling. Like the amount of events and the coverage and everything. Me and Sam in the group chat together this week were like, "This is the Jackal in real life," and it pretty much is. Like it looked like it was a hitman for hire because the American press on that morning it happened were like, he's so clutch, the gun locked up and he knew exactly what to do. And then the bullets had on it, deny, dispute, and depose.
What, the 3 bullets you used?
Etched into the bullets, yeah. And that they linked into when United Healthcare don't want to pay off something. This might actually I have to be careful with this because it's a little bit thingy. But apparently they deny requests. If you fight them, then they will
stop all health.
What was that second D?
Dispute.
I said dispute in court, and then they depose you, and make you look guilty and whatever to not pay out the healthcare. So there was so much going around.
Allegedly.
And then allegedly. Because I don't know what American healthcares do. I don't know what their policies are. All right, this is just speculation. But apparently that's why it was a targeted attack. The gunman got away through Central Park, ditched his bags and stuff. But then CCTV came out that he was in Starbucks just before, a little bit masked up. beforehand with a coat and a rucksack. And then there was another picture that came out of him somewhere else, but the mask was down and it was a little bit of a different coat. So this is where it kind of gets a little bit saucy. However, fast forward, people thought that he had evaded the law and it was like long gone. But there's this really weird town in Pennsylvania, in a Macca's this morning or yesterday morning. Someone said, there's this dodgy guy here that looks a little bit like it. Did the whole, who was that snitch in Recess? That came up today. Randall. Did the old Randall. And ratted him out to the police. And, hey, Mario's no longer got a brother because Luigi's been has been framed or has been charged for the murder of this guy.
So the guy that unalived the CEO is called Luigi.
Yeah,
Luigi Mang something. It's the most Italian name that you can think of. It is crazy.
Where does the YouTube video that's going to premiere come in?
So that's another thing so he got found yesterday morning with the same bag, apparently, even though it was ditched beforehand, with the gun or the silencer that was used, a manifesto against either United Healthcare or just big healthcare corporations in America, and the fake IDs that he used to go to check into the hostel. So he's been picked up and he's been charged now. But he has a YouTube channel which has a video called The Truth, and it was like, if you see this video, I've been arrested. And then it was like the truth will come out and it's like the 11th that it's due to come out. But I think YouTube have taken down his channel now.
Okay, he didn't think that through.
Oh, it's been an absolute whirlwind. I am deep into this.
Yeah, this is the most I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's very sad because someone's been unalived amongst others.
It's regardless of the fact what anyone has done in this life, no one deserves to be gunned down like that.
There's been a
or
murder.
unalive like that.
There's been a murder.
Yeah. But it shocked. It's sent.
It looks like it shocked the world, isn't it?
Yeah. But the weird thing is, everyone seems to be on the side of the gun.
They do actually. Yeah.
But this is brain rot world we're in, isn't it? We're out of control.
Because people want to stick it to the corporations and the back. Like, it's mental.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree. Yeah.
So every now and then, I tell you what I've done. I've done something very good for your brain. I've got rid of Twitter.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
And that is a big downfall. And I have to search the app on Google just so I can find stuff for the Guns N' Roses TikTok.
Yeah.
But because of this, I don't know. But then I get like stuff through on the group chats, and I kept seeing Luigi, and I was like, and then I had one today from Bruno that was like, what's Dr. Hook? What's his name? The Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And it was Peter Pan, and then Luigi was in there, and I was just like, this has to be connected to something. And I watched that whole video. I'll never get it back. And I don't know what's happened.
I thought you were more clued in than you have, but of course you have removed X, and that's a risky little game because X only allows you to see a certain amount of tweets or something on the app on a web browser before you have to then go to the app. But no, that video that I sent you was like Yuval, the one that hunts down anyone,
I know
like,
this guy
from a frame of picture. So that's why I sent it to you. But he was like, I was with him on December 4th in this book club. I was with Luigi. I just kept going.
He's on his side. Is that what he's getting at?
Yeah,
okay.
But it's
He's the alibi. I was like, what happened on December 4th? Because that guy keeps saying it.
Yeah.
And I thought the whole gag was he just says stuff a lot, the same thing. But apparently it's not. But like I said, I was hanging out with Luigi on December 4th.
You were?
Cool. Yeah. Good, mate. Not in Manhattan either. Yeah. Nowhere near Manhattan.
No, I was in Manhattan with him. We got Starbucks. Allegedly. I was nowhere near New York.
No, I wasn't.
Very rarely am I near New York.
Yeah, not often.
I've been near New York once in my life and an earthquake happened. So I try to avoid it.
Yeah, true.
That's my general.
This might... we might have to be careful with that opening. I can't remember what the thing is. I might see some strategic editing.
I think if you say allegedly, I think you can say whatever you want.
Allegedly. This is all alleged.
Yeah.
Google.
If we keep saying allegedly, we can edit
YouTube.
in. That us just saying allegedly over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Called the whole episode allegedly. We were with Luigi.
So we got another trial to look forward to.
Right. You got to think at this point, are Netflix making these ones up just to...
Yeah.
But they're getting ahead of it. They're
Exactly.
like, all right, if we set this off now, in like 6 years, we're going to make bank on this doc. And then they set another one off. They're like, do you know what? Let's just...
Because I'm still waiting for the Idaho murders.
I found a very long form one of that.
There is, but I'm waiting for the trial to begin. But the guy keeps putting stuff up to make it, one, so it's not filmed, and two, so they can't give him the axe penalty, you know?
The axe penalty. Keeps using the axe for doing this.
Axing.
Like Hoyland started to do that. I think he's going to be asked to stop that.
Yeah.
I quite like it though. It's like Matetas.
I messaged Josh after Hoyland scored. I was like, our players have some really weird celebrations at the moment.
The NFL though, like they're out of control generally. Who was it?
Well, they did White Chicks. They did White Chicks
cool.
this weekend, didn't they?
I saw CeeDee Lamb's changed his from the one that everyone does now to this.
Oh, is he?
He's running off.
Don't you do that? Who does that?
The boys used to do it a little bit.
Okay.
But they're more. But I think originally, MSK used to do it. I think there is a meaning to it, so I should probably stop doing it. But I mean, he did it in the Simpsons version of the NFL last night. Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure we can do it on the Peppercorn boards and iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. So I think we're getting away with this. Feels right though, I must admit. Like if someone's talking to you and you don't like the way they're talking, you went this. I feel like that would,
Like the old one.
I just found out Bruno can't play the guitar simply because he did this. His whole, not one finger moved differently to the other one. There it is. They're going.
You know that I can't play guitar.
I've seen you and Joe,
but I can slap at the bass, man.
I can't. I'll say this: I've seen both of you play air guitar, and that gives you guys away a little bit.
It's a lot of
But I think like every time you hit the string, you've come off anyway, so you just hit an open all the time. Anyway, you guys should really learn the guitar.
I think I'm done.
I would.
You done with learning?
Yeah, I think I'm done with learning.
Can I ask, have you shut your door out there?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. I was just worried about Luke. You don't have to edit that out either. I'm bringing it up now just so you know not to. So don't even edit this part out.
Always look.
Or this bit. Or this bit.
But he can get in there and he can snuggle in the sheets.
Yeah, but Joe has his treats in there.
Oh, he almost stayed the night.
He spent the night with Bruno.
There's a fine line between 5 minutes and then the whole night. He was out.
Yeah, he gets hot though as well, the big man, and he does like kind of like, and then you have to lay back in. He's like, you know,
I know,
you've been there.
I've been there.
Bruno, have you got anything else other than the quiz? Because obviously I have something to bring to the table tonight, as you know.
You go ahead. No, I have. There was a couple other bits, but go ahead.
So my question I had for this is for you. What would your ideal stag be?
Is this like
what would you think would be a cool stag?
Is this a precursor?
Yeah.
I think your stag was pretty cool.
You think that was pretty cool?
That was a good stag. Good. Cabin. Jacuzzi.
Couple of days. Yeah.
Boys.
The boys. All right. What would you say if I told you that Bruno and I have arranged your stag already?
Nice.
What would you say if I said that the stag was set for early March?
March?
This is selfishly from me. We haven't talked about it on the podcast, but stuff's going on in my world that I can't do it, you know? Yeah. So we've gone with March.
Okay.
And what would you say if I say it's all booked?
Nice. Good.
And you're going
good
to Orlando.
Wait.
Listen to this.
He's not some guy from down the road.
No. Orlando to see preseason Orioles versus Pirates in Tampa.
God. You're not lying, right?
No, I'm not. No.
Dead ass
is all booked. We're staying in iDrive for 4 days, but I'm not saying the exact dates because obviously the Peppercorns are really crazy.
Oh my God.
So that's all booked. Everyone knows as well.
That's a hell of a...
Everyone knows.
That is wild.
Yeah, everyone knows.
That is wild.
And I'll say this. It's Bruno. It's me. It's Kieran. It's you. There's a potential for Papa Roll.
Is there?
The ticket is bought.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that's
nuts. It's nuts,
no pressure. That's a no pressure ticket, but it's there.
Nice.
It's a no pressure ticket.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
And Lewis and Sam.
Hell yeah. How long till March?
It was 10 weeks.
10 weeks? That's not that long really when you say that.
Joe, we leave in 10
That's
weeks.
wild.
Big man's got to get on the old The old Jim.
I'll say this. Jim's our friend. I'll say this. The Peppercorn that night is going to be an interesting one on that Tuesday because we leave on a Wednesday. So, Bruno, bring your editing software with you.
Oh,
I'm going to book some holiday.
Bruno, what about... Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll figure it out. Everyone else has booked their holiday. You and I haven't booked anything. Lisa knows.
I booked mine today.
This is a big secret.
Yeah, it's a secret of like... Well, me and Bruno have like obviously talked about it a bit. But I mean, other people have been included in for like 5-6.
That's wild.
Yeah, but that's done.
In Orlando?
Yeah, so the whole baseball preseason turns out it's all in Tampa.
It is. Yeah, I knew
so
that.
I think it's the Ed Smith Stadium. It's Pirates versus Orioles.
We're going to see Paul Skeens.
Potentially, because preseason.
Hopefully, yeah.
The thing is, they play every day while we're there, so you can go to as many matches as you want. Really.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And that ticket hasn't exactly been bought, the Pirates.
Okay.
But there's tickets available. We wanted you to be like, I wanted Pirates.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's great.
Because it's Orioles. So But the Orioles, they do a split roster on the Friday. So that's the Thursday. So we get there Wednesday.
Okay.
Thursday would be that.
Yeah.
But Friday, I think it's a split. It's like 1 in the afternoon or something, or the Saturday is, and it's split squads over 2 days.
Okay.
But either way, you'll see an Orioles.
That is wild.
Hey, it's crazy. We're leveling up. I can't wait for my stag, dude.
Yeah, it's getting.
That is nuts. I need a minute to digest that because that is.
That's something to look forward to, isn't it?
It's mental, Joe. But whilst Joe's taking and absorbing that in,
I can't.
For you eagle-eared and eyed listeners out there, if you work out the dates and do a little research, Scott hasn't. Yeah, you could absolutely work out the dates that we're going to go.
And underneath this video, we're going to actually have the address of the hotel. I'll say that it's somewhere on iDrive.
That's nuts.
So you'll find us.
That's insane.
But by the way, if your name's Luigi, don't find us.
Val will find us though.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
And I've never wronged anyone.
The guy that I showed you today, the guy that can find anyone by a picture.
I mean, but no, that is all. That's happening. Whatever happened,
mate.
I can't.
Mate, that's done.
It's Wednesday through Thursday. It's Wednesday, Thursday. We're going home.
We're praying that there's no hurricanes or anything.
Yeah, that's what Lisa said. She was like, "Well, that'd be nice because he can actually see his friends while he's there."
Yeah, true.
And hopefully, no Mother Nature stuff. But let's just hope.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's happening.
Crazy.
I haven't taken that in fully.
Yeah, you'll take it in later. But I mean, I'll bring some energy to your body of it.
Wild.
I'm
dreaming.
So that'll be the Wednesday. We'll get there. Thursday's the game. Friday's clear. Saturday's clear. Sunday's clear till 7. Then we fly. So if you want to know our exact flight, it's 10:07.
Whistle stop.
It is. That's all you need. That's all you need, Joe.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's why I like that. That's nice. Hell yeah.
And can you imagine Kieran with the Corona bucket? That's
Corona buckets, and I'm hoping that the hotel, it has a pool, so I'm hoping it has a jacuzzi, mate. Yeah. And then you've got your ideal thing that you said at the beginning.
Nuts.
The other thing is you can wear a dress the whole time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You're going to wear that anyway.
That's fine.
And a mankini. And Kieran might show you his.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah, he's a heavy tipper over in the States. I mean, this guy will buy a $95 bucket of Corona, just has 2 bottles and some ice.
He did that on Bourbon Street with me and him and some Jack and Cokes.
Well, he's already sent me screenshots of him listening to Pitbull.
Has he?
So
Pitbull.
I think he's getting pretty jammed already. But no one knows. Sam, obviously, and Lewis know not to mention it yet.
That's wild.
They now know. You now know.
Everyone found out when I did. Well, not everyone.
No, everyone knew.
Everyone listening to this.
Everyone listening to it probably. No, even they probably knew. It was everyone but you.
That was a big secret.
Yeah. I'm not going there.
Oh.
Yeah, but you guys should have loads of fun.
That's nuts. Genuinely, I can't.
You can't take that in.
I can't.
You have to take your cards with you?
I'm gonna. I'm getting more
Get one
signed.
Joe's in his jacket, orange jacket, but little shorts. He's gaming players we've never heard of. He's like, Ivan Knockliffe. Sign this card.
Joe he gets picked up by an Orioles family, gets taken back to Baltimore, gets taken back to Maryland.
I mean, you guys, you might get to see Jackson Holiday in the flesh.
Yeah, boy.
You might get to see the Moo Man, Colton Cowser.
Gunnar Henderson. There you go.
Or my boy, my favourite player, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
The catcher will be there, I reckon. At least one of these players will be there, because, I mean, it's preseason. I don't understand baseball, and I don't know what's going on.
Do they play? Do the starters play in preseason?
Apparently they do, yeah, but because it's split squads on some days. That one isn't, and that one seems to be like a highlight one.
Yeah.
The venue's a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I think it might be the Tampa Rays stadium.
Okay.
Because some of the others are like practice stadiums. So it's like, it feels like you're proper in like the back of Florida watching some games.
Do you know what I really want to do is find a sort of middle America, or it could be Florida. And do you know where you have the parks where there's like
I know exactly what you're saying,
four baseball fields? I just want to catch like a junior softball game or something. Like just
someone hitting dingers in the sunlight.
Because I really badly want to do Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. Well, some of these stadiums have like a feel of that kind of like sun setting. The back fence is just like chain link. Yeah. There's no actual stands.
I watched.
There's a couple of them like that.
I went back and watched their last season preseason games, and that's what it looks like.
Yeah, but this one I think it's Ed Smith Stadium. That one, and it's a bit bigger.
It could be.
Me and Bob are going to be so hammered.
Beers and hot dogs.
Yeah. So that's what Lou said. I said, Lou, do you want to come to the basement? He goes, hell yeah, I went to one the other day. It was the best.
Did he?
Yeah, he said, I don't have a clue what's going on, but I mean, I had a couple of drinks and had a hot dog.
Yeah,
good.
So it was a good time.
I've always wanted to go to a basement.
Slam a couple glizzies, sit down.
That's wild.
See some dingers.
Nuts.
Yeah, so that's happening.
You might see the 1-on-1 Paul Skeens.
The 1-of-1. Livy Dunn might be there for Bruno.
Maybe.
He could.
Hey.
That's why they call Bruno the Rizzler. Isn't that what he does?
I have no idea.
That's wild.
Chucky? I don't know how to say it, but I mean, something like that.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's your Stag.
That's wild.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we got for Stag Part 2. Yeah. I'm kidding. Dad was knew about everything. And then literally at the last second, I said, yeah, that's all done. He was like, brilliant. And then I mentioned something about Orlando or something. He was like, oh, we're going to Orlando. I said, yeah. And he went, I thought we were going to Baltimore. And he wanted. I said, I can't go to Baltimore because once the season starts, I can't really.
Dicey.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to leave the country.
No, you're not. You're on lockdown.
Yeah, that sounds way worse than it is, guys. But we all
Scott's going to prison.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Apparently CEOs don't like me coming up to them. Allegedly. I'm trying making a joke because it seemed like everyone made it jovial. I thought it was like a fake thing. It's really sad. I'm really sad.
It's real and everyone seems to be siding with the guy.
Yeah, except for me.
Yeah.
While we're talking about baseball, though, quickly.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to bring this up.
This week, we officially have the biggest deal in all of sports happen.
So it's bigger than Ohtani.
Yeah.
Bigger than Ohtani. Yeah. So Ohtani went to the Dodgers for $700 million over 10 years.
Yeah.
Juan Soto, who is one of Yankees' best players, along with Aaron Judge.
Is he 1-of-1?
He's definitely a 1-on-1.
Bruno loves the idea of getting a 1-on-1.
He left the Yankees for the Mets.
Not this season.
Whoa, wow.
Literally last week, this weekend.
Cross town, mate.
Yeah, he went to the Mets.
For the biggest.
He went from the World Series finalist Yankees to the Mets.
Trashy Mets.
Yeah. And he went for $765 million over 15 years.
Ooh.
What's that? Ooh. What's that guaranteed, though?
I don't know.
And that's only a couple mil above Ohtani over
the 15 years, the 10 years.
Yeah, 700 mil over 10 years for Ohtani, 765 over 15.
So Ohtani's technically richer because of the.
Yeah.
It's a bigger sum, but small amount of time makes it.
I mean, a lot of teams are in for him. The Dodgers, the Blue Jays, Red Sox.
Cocky Matt. Dodgers can afford him.
Yeah, well, they're the only teams that can really afford him. And then the Mets just came out of nowhere and just threw money at him.
So does that mean that Paul Skeens, when he gets a contract with the Pirates, is going to go for like $1 billion or something?
Ridiculous. Yeah, whatever it is.
I mean, that guy's throwing heat.
How's there that much money in baseball?
There's money in
I don't know, because it's so easy to get these tickets.
Is it like boxing? Is it like boxing?
And guys, if you want to buy MLB tickets, go to SeatGeek and use the promo code TBA Wrestling. Help fund this Stag deal, huh? I haven't, because I haven't bought the tickets.
Oh, you've done it yet?
Not the tickets. None of it's bought. No, I'm kidding. No, all of it's done.
Yeah, it's just a thing you said.
Yeah, we can't guarantee it's going to happen.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so we do 9 10 weeks.
Yay!
Wah.
My bank account is hemorrhaging this month, dude.
Oh, sorry, Bruno.
Yeah, so Bruno's Esther is going to be red hot to touch.
I don't have to do one, do I?
No, I think yours will overlap. You just have to change your address. I'm the same.
In a space of about a month and a half, I'll be crossing off an East Coast and West Coast.
That's mad.
I just need to do Central, baby. Let's go to Austin.
You should add Austin in May.
In June. I might go June.
Oh, yeah.
Austin, maybe,
yeah. Sounds.
But you haven't been out to the States in a while.
I've been for a while, yeah.
In a Wawa. Yeah.
Wawa.
Yeah,
I've been in a Wawa.
You're going to have a Wawa.
I haven't been in a Wawa.
We'll go see.
Are we going to drive out there?
Yeah.
I might get a...
Guys.
Yeah, because we're going to have to drive to Tampa, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm not to go too much into it, but I had some issues purchasing all this.
Yeah.
With just, I don't know what was going on. I had to speak to so many reps, and it was just like whatever. It was just very frustrating.
Why?
At one point, I added a minivan to the whole thing. And I was like, I love the idea of us just going to see Lou, but us just all piling out. Kieran's holding his bucket, and Joe's holding his cards, and he's just looking out the front of his house, and he's just like, this minivan just evacuates into his house.
I can't believe Lou's not putting us up.
I know. I didn't even offer it to him because I was like, I'm not.
No,
But I said to him, I said, do you want to come? He was like, yeah, I'd obviously travel. I don't know where I'm going to be in the world. But I looked it up, and ironically, they leave maybe 5 days later for that WrestleMania.
Wow.
You know, the build-up. It's
The
like
Europe tour, yeah.
It's like 5 days after.
Wow.
Where is the last SmackDown in the States?
I don't know, but
my
my
weekend?
hope is they have to do a double taping the week before to get them ready for the travel.
Yeah.
Because they've been kind of
maybe.
doing like they will be on Netflix. No, they won't be on Netflix because they're on SmackDown.
Well, it depends if they're on transfer heat,
Transfer heat is what they call it. So I can't
Transfer
believe there's a
deadline day.
transfer window in WWE.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where they'll be. But if they are there, then we'll be there Wednesday night. They'll be leaving Thursday. They'll be back Saturday morning. But we'll see them Saturday night and then a bit of Sunday.
Nice.
But
Wouldn't it be?
the main thing was to get you out and see these
That's
games.
wild. That's wild.
We do some pitch. I want to make sure we do cage practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never done it.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It's
No,
one
me
thing
either.
I've never done there.
And there's one in Southampton, but
Prep.
we just haven't got around to doing it yet. But I'm not going to do that until
That'd be so
we get out there.
I can't wait to realize how bad I am at it.
Yeah, it's good. Do you know what? Most sports, I feel quite comfortable when I like a sport. I'm like, I could probably not do it at that level,
No,
but
pick it up a
I
little
could
bit.
do it. Baseball's the one sport I don't.
Were you good at rounders?
No, I hated rounders.
Yeah.
Like
Bruno's a big rounder.
I hated it. But baseball, I love.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I could do it.
Bruno's built for baseball. Like, I mean, you know, if Bruno slimmed down to 280, he'd just be like straight one leg out, like the thing on the side of his head, ding, and just the big
I
beard.
might actually have to.
Just
I might have to get into some
big lead chew.
some tacky.
Some dip, some tacky.
Yeah. Some
Bruno puts a bit of teriyaki in his lip.
You can get that from Bass Pro.
And Bruno, you can get non-nicotine dip in Bass Pro.
Can
and it's
you?
just teriyaki chicken
It's
bites.
just meat, yeah.
And you slide it in your lip. Yeah, that's what I've got.
I'm not sure if I like that.
I think all of it's gross, but I mean, big league chew is where you want the big bubble gum.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah.
Or seeds. You can have the
Seeds.
I might get a sexy little
jersey.
jersey.
Do
you know?
it.
I think you look nice in the jersey.
You're getting a Pirates one.
We're only wearing moo-moos and shorts as well.
I think it might be a pirate.
I like Pirates. I've got a soft spot for the Pirates.
Yeah, you might see them both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do some batting practice. Obviously, we'll go to Old Reds. We'll do those bits.
Oh, I can't wait. God, me and Bobby in Old Reds.
That's the thing is, if Dad does end up going, it's going to be an all-timer.
That's wild.
It's going to be an all-timer anyway. But
That's going to be nuts. Even thinking about it is nuts.
Yeah, but the idea is no pressure.
No pressure.
Like for Dad.
Yeah, no pressure.
And if you fancy it, you fancy it. If you don't, it's there.
That's
I'm
wild.
hoping if we get him off for this, then he'll definitely come to the Jualas in November.
That could be the start. That would be the start. He'd be freeballing everywhere and around the world once he opens up that.
He's on trips on his own and everything.
You have to keep an eye on him.
He's gone. Where's he gone?
Again. He's at the airport.
Left again.
But no, we'll figure out the rest of it nearer. But I was just talking to Sam actually about tickets, and he was like, "I'll get my ticket now," and I was just like, "Well, I do want you to."
So, yeah.
But I was like, "I really want to make sure we're sat together."
Yeah.
Because the idea of 6 of us sat together and then Sam's like over the other, he's just sat on his own. I don't want that. So it almost needs us to just buy the 7 tickets, and then if people don't turn up, we could either sell them, or just find people on International Drive who go, "Do you want to come in our minivan to the Pirates game in Tampa?"
Yeah.
And we'll drive over there.
We need to try and get Joe to do the first pitch.
I wonder if we can
you get
arrange that.
that?
Yeah, we wonder if we could.
That'd be nuts.
Oh.
In his dress. In his dress. He's in full slap. He's got a dress on. He's just like, like, this is Joe's Stag. He's got his Orioles jacket on over the top. His legs are all.
I've got cards in one hand.
He's got his cards. He's got his hand. He's got stilettos on. And he's just like,
I'm ready to go.
He's got some teriyaki. Yeah, I don't know, but either way, there's so many games over there, so you'll see something.
It's always.
There'll be baseball in somewhere.
From March till October, there's always baseball.
It's funny though, because the idea when it sprouted was like, how can he see the Orioles? And then it was like, I looked at the kind of time, and then Baltimore, and then Baltimore, there's no direct flight, so you're going to think, and I was just like, it's like, wouldn't it be so much helpful if they were playing the Tampa Bay Rays? So I looked into that.
Yeah.
And then then I was just like, oh, half the teams are either in, I think it's Vegas or Phoenix. So basically the west side of the America all go to Phoenix, and they all training camp around all the stadiums. Yeah. And then everyone else on that side goes to Tampa.
Yeah, I think
it's like Sarasota, Daytona, Tampa, and another place. That's where they are.
I think Sarasota is where the O's training preseason. What's it called? I should know this. Yeah, like they have a stadium down there that they do preseason training in.
I don't know what that word you're looking for.
They have their own stadium.
They're in a training camp stadium. Basically.
Yeah, they have their own stadium down there. It's got Orioles on it and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It must be one of them. Must be one of them. Yeah, because like this one, the Pirates one, there's an Orioles dugout, and then there's a Pirates dugout, and the Orioles are in the home. But a couple of them where like it says Orioles at Blue Jays or at Detroit.
Okay,
but they're all in Tampa.
Yeah,
but they're in different. Every day it's a different stadium. Yeah, but it's all in not Florida, just Tampa.
Yeah,
there must be so many baseball stadiums in Tampa because they're not all the like. There's only who is it? The Rays.
Yeah,
that's the only baseball team actually in Florida, isn't it? Marlins. Is it Marlins?
Yeah, Miami Marlins.
Yeah, and Rays.
Yeah, that's it.
There's like 50 stadiums. They just throw them out. Why not? They need one. We need a baseball stadium. Go on up. They're not big though, are they? Like it's a diamond, and then there's like a stand here, a couple stands here.
It's a small. It looks like a small cricket. Venue.
We got it.
It's good. It's a diamondback, honey.
It's a diamondback, honey.
Oh my god, it's a dog.
Yeah, so that's in 10 weeks. We need to.
Oh,
we'll have to figure that out as we go. Really, yeah.
That is nuts.
Isn't that mad? That's in 10 weeks, Bruno. I'm so glad you're getting to go out as well because you look like you're not going to be out there for Christmas. You right?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
right. Really, I thought it was funny, and then I started panicking. 10 weeks, but you're not going out for this Christmas by the looks of it. Definitely not now. Unless you really want to hemorrhage yourself. And then you haven't been out for a while, so it's like I feel nice because I've been out there so much. It's nice that I can be like, here's Luz, and be like, drive there and not feel like this is not if he's watching it, like not to feel awkward, but like, do you know that feeling of I don't want to intrude. Whereas I'll be like, look, let's go. I know where it is. Just appear. I won't do that to Sam, obviously, if you're watching, and I know you will be, because he watches everything.
Yeah.
I won't just show up unannounced to you, but I do remember your address.
That's wild.
And Lucy will let me in. So.
True.
There you go.
Or Socks and Luna. 21.
Yeah, mate. It's gonna be crazy. What a 2025, eh?
It's gonna be a big year.
I mean, a lot's gonna happen next year.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
I almost cried last week.
Yeah. Why is that, big man?
Well, just in general.
I went and watched Wicked on Thursday night. All right. It's a two-parter. It's quite a long two-parter. So part one obviously came out this week. It's Act 1 before the interval of if you go see the stage show, which I did, and I found out that I definitely did see Idina Menzel. I didn't see Christian Cannonworth. I can't remember who it was, but I had Adam Garcia from Cody Ugly fame and Idina Menzel. But that film is spectacular, so as soon as you can go see it, do. I went in, I had a little bit of sour taste because there was so much, it was like the weirdest press tour in the world, and there was just a cloud of annoyance around it going in. However, it's absolutely phenomenal. When it got to Defying Gravity, I can't explain the feeling that came over me.
I love that.
I generally couldn't. It was like I was shaking a little bit, and it was like I don't know whether it was because like
it feels like I'm watching Shane Dawson.
I don't know whether it was because it just brought back memories of when I first saw it live, and then how they just did it in the film. honestly, I was an emotional wreck when that
Really?
when that film ended. Yeah,
I love that feeling. You know, when you get that feeling where it comes over you and you can't it just it's there.
Yeah. There.
Like when
I
Cody
didn't
finished the story.
bawl, but if I had held it back, if I had not held it back, it would have been gone. Floodgates would have been open.
I think you should have.
Let it out.
I think sometimes I think that, and guys, if you're listening to this, men, hey, cry, fine. But when you let a proper one go like that, it doesn't happen often. But sometimes you shouldn't suppress it because it makes it worse.
Yeah,
you should just have a go.
I couldn't do that in public. Not in a theater.
Yeah, because
not in a
theater.
You're
getting like shouty kind of cry as well. Like,
yeah.
People are like, "Oh my god, you're ruining the whole thing." Yeah.
No, I get it, but that's too much.
Yeah, I do it when I suppress it. I do this. I go. Chin starts to go, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." If anyone talks to me right now, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
So then someone looks at me, I always goes. But then when they look away, I go. I have to hold it back again. Yeah. Don't do that, guys.
But it was weird because going in, I saw people's reactions of very similar to me, and then coming out really emotional and crying. I was like, "What is this film doing to people?" And then I was one of those schmucks.
Yeah. Do you reckon I would get emotional?
No, because you have to have a heart to be emotional, and two, I'm not sure the defying gravity. You're not really into Wicked. Like if Lissy went and saw it, 100% she'd be bawling.
Ball so hard. Not I'd say it anymore. Rest in peace, Jay-Z. The bad guy, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about that guy. They're all bad, but I mean, Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigga going to prison.
Over.
Give up you for one time.
Yeah, one more time for me.
One
Jigga
time.
what? Jigga. Am I allowed to say that? That's like a funny thing, isn't it?
Jigga Man.
Yeah, that's his song. Yeah, that's his song.
We'll see.
I love that song. Don't like the guy though. Turns out, awful man. Didn't we kind of know this though?
It was looming, and I feel like old Sean Combs is gonna sing like a little pixie dust, mate. I think he's gonna bring a lot of people down with him.
I reckon so. It'd be quite fun to watch, wouldn't it?
They will, yeah.
Because he's not going down. The Peppercorn boy.
Yeah, we're fine.
And quite rightly so. Take everyone down. Release the list.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, these all guys were on an island once upon a time, allegedly. Anyway, so I mean, we knew it was all going that way.
Yeah.
Getting back to Wicked, I told you the other week on the website, the Peppercorn Boys website.
Yes.
That if you're obviously following my blog on the website, I only just found out that it was connected to the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
No.
I found out maybe 21 days ago.
That's mental.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, she's the witch. And I'm not even trying to be funny. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. They didn't really like Wizard of Oz, though.
I kind of want you... have you heard all the bad things that happened on the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. That's mainly what I know about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of that stuff is as bad as the press tour they just did.
What's going on with this press tour?
It was just like...
It was...
I'm tired. I'm tired. I've worked too hard and I work with children. It's
right.
If you watch CM Punk's press conference after you watch theirs, you'll know who he's talking about. He's talking about the witch. He's talking about her little friend Ariana Grande. Grande's not the witch, is she?
No, she's Glinda.
The green lady's the witch. Yeah, there's a lot of like, speak of truth and like holding hands, and it's like about like this is the day I opened up as an actor or something. I don't know. Something that's not like what regular people are gonna really go. I can relate to that. It's very unrelatable.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, the first time I got my first standing O or something, you're just like, let them know, sister. And you're just like, well, I dig a ditch and they pay me £8. So let's just not talk like that in front of me. I tell you, I wouldn't have liked that, Dan Campbell. I'll just say that. Dan Campbell, I mean, because you got to do it for Detroit. You know what I mean?
You got to cut him off at the knees, mate.
Yeah, exactly. This is what Dan Campbell would do.
Yeah.
Oh God, why is he not coaching Dallas, for God's sakes? Played there. I had to watch him play, and then he's not coaching us.
He'll come.
Oh. That's quite crazy that you didn't know, but that means that you should know the story. Like when part 2 comes out, you can watch both of them and then get the in between, because the timelines do come in and they're very much connected.
Yeah,
like
I mean, as far as
intertwined.
As far as films go, and that the only thing I'd probably say that I never thought, like, do you know what I really need is them to really merge Wizard of Oz and another side thing and like get the timelines right. I mean, it was hard enough to do it all with Marvel. I don't want to do it with the Tin Man and the Lion and that.
You find out where they came from.
Oh my God, bless it be! I'm just so glad.
That's quite cool.
Yes, I'm not. I don't.
I like an origin story.
It is
it is an origin story.
Who's Dorothy?
It's Wizard of Oz. I don't want to spoil it for you.
And who was Ariana Grande? Gandalf the Wizard.
Galinda.
The witch is called
Galinda. Elphaba.
Elphaba. Not to get mixed up with
Beelzebub.
Or Beelzer, the Leeds manager. You can mix all them up quite easily. They've all got their own thing.
And you get Elphaba.
I've not stopped singing Defying Gravity, though, for the last week.
Good song.
It's been stuck in my head. Yeah.
It's a good song.
Up to the western sky.
So good. So good. The absolute final point on Wicked is that all the scenes that are sung are 100%
live, right?
Recorded live. Yeah.
Wow. Really
so
cool.
they're taken from the recording. They're not dubbed over the top.
Oh, that's talent. That's a lot like when EastEnders do those live episodes.
Oh yeah.
And you see, the real creme.
Yeah, you see the real actors. Ian Beale's just walking between scenes and just not even skipping a beat.
Yeah.
Talent.
So yeah, that was Thursday night. So I almost bawled my eyes out on Thursday night, and then Friday night. All right, work Christmas party.
All right, yeah. I saw the leaflets.
Here we go.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
We're letting loose on a Friday night. Honestly, I'm going to preface this: one of the most enjoyable evenings I've had in a while, and one of the best Christmas parties I've ever been to. So it was just our team that I'm in. So it wasn't.
You broke it up into like teams.
Yeah, it wasn't a big.
It wasn't 9,000 people.
No, it wasn't a big company. We haven't done that in a few years because the state of affairs in the world, it's just not right for us to be having a big shindig. So
it's like Boris Johnson Jr. over here. Look, we're still partying, but it was in a smaller group. Because I know you guys are struggling. We wanted to have fun, but not too much fun.
That's like...
Yeah, he's like, we wanted to have fun, but it's not too much. I know. Gas electric bills are really high. Thanks. He works at British Gas. Carry on.
So going into it, so it was a garden centre, called a garden society. Which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Society really makes it worse.
Yeah, it does. It makes it in the middle of nowhere, Joe.
Nice.
And for 12 nights in December, they turn it into a burlesque show. All right.
A garden centre turns into a burlesque show is the most.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. You talk about that guy seeing a picture in the background, you can find it. Listen to Bruno the way he speaks. Listen to his cadence. Listen to like the morals in his voice. Then hear what he just said. You'll find that exact garden center. You'll find the exact postcode just listening.
And then, so it was like, do you know in those shows where it's like a speakeasy or a really underground party that they put on, and then the next day it's completely back to normal. Yeah. It had that feel. So you had to wait outside until
I feel honestly dirty listening to you.
Yeah. And then you walk through and it was like the red satin sheets, like hallway.
Oh my goodness. Where was this dumber?
Yeah. And then you walk through and it was all like the tables and chairs all nice. It had like bejeweled, and it was like a 80s 90s theme, like, but dimly lit but nicely lit room. Got to our table, we had 4 bottles of prosecco, a load of drinks, and then so you eat your meal. So it's a 3-course meal, a nice charcuterie board to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just ask? You were doing this Friday night.
Yeah, that was Friday night.
Because you guys were all doing this Friday night. Is that why we lost all our electricity?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, go on.
So yeah, it was a charcuterie board to begin with. Nice, beautiful. I had the turkey, which was it was a nice dinner. And then a pudding that Scott would have left and just done the whole entire premise. Like you would never set foot in that premise ever again. Yeah, it was. On donuts as well.
Donuts? Do you know you don't ever digest that stuff? The ones that are like you can eat, whatever, it's edible.
Yeah.
The glitter never apparently is in your stool.
You used to have sparkly poo.
It's there. Yeah.
I was avoiding that one, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So that happened, but all the way through that. So whilst we were eating and having a jolly old good time, what happens at the Christmas party stays at the Christmas party.
Oh my God.
But the show going on around it just got raunchier and raunchier as it went on. They basically went through the 12 days of Christmas songs, and like it was like certain things. Yeah. It was good, and then it turned into a 90s club banger dance floor, right? Good. And I was there, mate, and it takes me a lot to get on a dance floor.
I mean, you go it.
But I was there, yeah.
I tell you what, it was all clean and friendly until the maids got milk in, you know?
Yeah, this is it. Well, I'll say this. Nothing says Christmas quite like what you just explained.
Yeah, I know.
I feel
sometimes we've worked hard this year.
I might have to cancel. Don't you dare. I might have to cancel Christmas for myself after that.
Oh.
You know when we talked about the annoyance of Grundy and the witch?
Yeah.
So many people listening right now through their phones, and we're like, "Oh, I can't believe that." And he knows what he's doing. And some would say he even only went just for the story of the podcast.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
But that would be doing him a disservice. This guy is the most Tory guy you'll ever meet, and he's gone to a burlesque Christmas party
at Garden Centre.
At Garden Centre,
which I have never been to beforehand. And it's very, very close to my where I live.
Your current address or old address?
Yeah, no, my current address.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That somewhat makes it worse.
That Garden Centre is going to feel seedy. Go back there.
But I didn't.
I always wonder why Garden Centres have glitter on the floor.
Yeah.
You noticed that?
Yeah. They all turn into a burlesque club.
I think a lot of them might do, yeah.
I do want to go back, but it's like that next day where you've had the raunchiest debauchery evening of your life, and then you go back and it's completely like gone, and it's like wiped.
Yeah.
Kind of
debauchery was a good Newcastle.
Yeah, he went to play for Arsenal just to get a shoulder.
I wonder if Garth Owen has this.
I only have that from Gossip
He's too busy commentating, I think. We've done so many innuendos there, Bruno. Don't worry about it, because I think even the most tuned in person who could potentially understand our train of thought there wouldn't have got it. So it was.
Was that? Did he say Garth Owen? So the old one where you used to get your Christmas trees,
and then I made a Garth Crooks gang.
Oh,
and it started with Debussy.
You need to appeal to our audience, mate. Come on,
like you just did.
I reckon more of the Peppercorns will side with me than with you.
Do you know what that reminds me of? That what you're kind of explaining, that kind of seedy like nightlife. Then like everyone's looking around like, do you know what happened last night? You know, that kind of thing. There's a film, and I can't for the life of me remember it, but it was a film from like the early 2000s, and it's a little bit like Trainspotting, but we had it on DVD, and they all kept going to like this party. I think it was like a horror film. What's it called? Gossip. With James Marsden.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like that. Where it's kind of like, you know, you're walking under a tunnel at night, long black jacket, and you're like, you know, oh no, you know, argument, and then next day everyone's like acting all kind of coy.
Yeah. Good film.
Well, it made me feel a little bit, or it made me feel a little bit like Blade, but I think that might be.
Oh yes.
I think I'm just
Bloodbath.
I think I'm craving seeing Blade, and I think that's all I'm trying to do.
I think I need to see it as well.
Why am I not watching Blade at Halloween, by the way? That seems like a really good Halloween film.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should. Blade 2 is more Halloweeny than Blade 1, I would say. But both of them have are vampire slayers, pretty much, aren't they?
On the Blade topic, quick. Have you seen Deadpool Wolverine yet?
No, it's on Disney. I'm going to watch it.
You need to watch that.
I
I've
do
watched
really
it 3 times.
That's a lot of times.
I've watched it.
I watched it up in here, mother.
Yeah, I watched it at the cinema. I watched it with Lisa, and I watched it again with Lisa's mum and dad the other night.
Just there, mum and dad. Is Lisa there?
just her mum and dad.
Is that during the blackout?
That film is...
You're going to be all up in here.
That film is so good.
Is there a reason he keeps doing that? Because it's annoying me.
Yeah. I'm not going to spoil the cameos.
Paul Mullen.
When you call my name.
Yeah. I'm going to make a name for myself here.
Yes. I tell you what, I know this is completely off topic. How good was Seal?
Very.
Listening to a lot of Seal this week.
Very good.
Yeah. You trying to in that period where Spotify Wrapped and Apple Music Wrapped
trying to confuse
doesn't count what you're listening to. This is the free month that you get where it doesn't
don't ruin anything.
where you can, in January you can go back to normal and
Guilty pleasure month.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider Seal guilt.
I don't think I have any guilty pleasures.
It's a throwback guilty pleasure, I would say.
I don't think there's such thing as a guilty pleasure.
I really like Seal.
Hey, that's throwback to a few like one of the early episodes.
Oh yeah, and Slow Drivers, right?
My word.
We'll never get out of that.
And also, we haven't spoken about this at all, but there was a huge blackout.
It was.
So, we've just got a power back. This episode was definitely in
questionable.
It was questionable. It was listed as questionable.
Now you would have had to go to Joe's for it.
Yeah.
Like there is absolutely no excuse why we will never get.
I was looking forward to the one-person episode with you.
Oh, I'm gonna rock that episode one week.
Yeah, but Joe didn't have power, so that was my worry. Was I didn't know where we were going to film it.
You got then you got to find a way.
Okay.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and the Peppercorns need their content each and every week.
Yeah. But we got through that blackout. Just
it was
touch and go there for a minute.
What was it called, Darragh?
Something like that. But it was very tight, and I mean we've lost a lot of trees.
You almost didn't get back in the country.
No, we were about 40 minutes away from missing the last the bridge opening for 2 days.
Yeah.
Which would have been really frustrating. We'd had to have gone up to Birmingham and around. But then so many trees came down, it would have been really sketchy. And so many people passed, like died, like unalived during this, from trees landing on cars. Terrifying. So
what is up with the trees in Wales? They've not got their solid roots, have they?
I think it's too windy. I think that's a real big issue. What I found as well is the tall, big trees with like firs. They're the ones that go because they're like a boat sail.
Yeah.
So they're collecting all that kind of, whereas at the minute, because it's winter, there's no leaves. So a lot of the other trees have done all right because it's just whistling past, the wood. But my God, on the way back from you, I was off the road so many times by accident. There was like, the logs, just, big logs.
Yeah.
And did you have any trees down on the way over here today?
No.
So coming back from you, what they'd done is these huge trees, I'm talking like 10 feet thick bases on its side across the road. They cut it in half so that just the right-hand lane was available.
Oh, I've had that.
So it's like a brick wall. So you come around a corner and then go, oh my God, and then you'd have to go around it. So it's like a sheer wall.
On that drive over here on a Tuesday night, I've had that about 3 times where
terrifying.
they've just sawn like a hole for you to drive through.
And it was happening like 3 times. And I was just like, oh my God. But no, we lost our power for 4 days. We lost all our food. We ended up having a barbecue. And then the power came on while the barbecue was in focus. So we had a Saturday night last night.
Yeah.
We watched Strictly Results.
Oh my God.
We had the power back. And we had a barbecue. And we even got the biscuits out, like Christmas biscuits. So we had a heck of a night.
What a night.
We had and do you know what the worst part is? The Monday Night Football is on. This is not the worst part. But this is a really interesting thought. Is West Ham versus Wolves. Not the most appealing game. El Sacaco, some would call it.
Yeah.
It felt, because I was watching Strictly in the way in which we'd done our day, it felt like Saturday.
Yeah.
And it felt like the 5:30 game while Strictly was on.
Yeah.
And till waking up today, I'm convinced today is Sunday.
I don't know what day it is.
But it's mad that you can convince yourself. And we all have this Monday for Friday vibe and I just need to get to the weekend. How you can actually trick yourself, but you have to truly believe it. You can't just be like, oh, today's Saturday and then watch football because it's like Champions League and be like, oh, this is actually weekend football. Yeah. If you actually start like doing certain things, and that's given me a little hope because I hate that.
Have a roast in. Yeah, have a roast in. That's why your mum never liked having a roast dinner on a Sunday.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's a Sunday, school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get your pencil cases in your bag.
Yeah.
You're going to school.
Quickly get all your homework done.
In your case,
Yeah.
That was a big Sunday homework guy. But no, I don't know.
Crazy.
It was a really weird week. Yeah, that's how I feel.
It's been mental because that was Thursday, Friday for me, and then I pretty much hunkered down for the weekend because I was going to go down and see Ollie, but I was like, I really can't be bothered to wade the weather out.
Wade
and then
in the water. Wade
Wade
in the water, children.
children.
Wade in the water.
And then I forgot to upload the podcast last Friday for our audio listeners, so I apologize for that. So that went up. That went up on Saturday, and then I went round Raymont's on Sunday before NFL to upload the visual. So it was a bit of a weird weekend because of the old weather.
Yeah, a mixture of
felt very dreary.
So much happened that I feel so confused. I feel like I'm looking forward to like regular.
Even like more than what we said. You've had a very emotionally.
I've had emotionally charged few days.
Well. Yeah.
And we jobbed out at UPW. Anyway, the
oh god, yeah.
I gotta say, someone said something to me. I said, "Not bad for enhancement talent, right?" I said that, yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I need to calm down." But I mean,
please let this be your villain arc.
Yeah.
Can you just unload?
I'm gonna
now,
notice this
please?
weekend has been a bit of my villain arc, and I've ended it with just going, "Do you know what? We should go to America."
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. We need to go and stream on Whatnot, so guys, check us out on Whatnot any week on a Tuesday. We've got a case break coming up. This is out probably Friday, I believe. So in a few days' time, go to Whatnot. Follow the link below. If Bruno can do it, I can send it to you. And you can get £10 off, and therefore you can get inside yourself in the case break.
Yeah.
It's the big case break next week, isn't it?
I can show you it.
Yeah.
I say show you
Boom, boom, boom.
A fresh sealed case.
it. Fresh sealed case. You can't unseal it.
Nah, beautiful.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Brand new
beautiful,
cards.
beautiful.
There's going to be some slammers in
Yeah,
there.
some slammers. This is a Hobby International Panini 23-24 Prism Premier League.
I'm gonna get in that. The
Some big spots.
And whilst that's happening, before we do sign off, I'm gonna move another thing that I had planned for this evening to next week now. But the Eras tour is over. So I don't know what to do with my life now. Like it's fine. It's finally finished.
How long has that been?
For you, Scott, it's finally finished. 21 months, I think it was.
My word.
She can relax now, finally.
That's so annoying because we were supposed to see her in Florida. I must have looked into when it ended. I just assumed it was infinite.
It's just infinite, yeah. So yeah, that was also an emotional part of the weekend as well for me. So it's just been one of those things. Very very differing levels of emotions compared to you, Scott.
Grow up.
Hey, we have to we have to do what we do.
We've got to do what we do. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Oh,
that's where we're at.
Go on, let it out.
I'm not mad at all. I think you're brilliant. I think you've done really well. I think your Tory Christmas party with the strippers and that was really fun. I thought, getting upset about Taylor Swift was really cool. I thought the fact you shook watching Ariana Grande's performance in Wicked has made me only happy.
Cool.
And the rest of it I'm going to keep to myself because truly, I hate you. Obviously, that's not how we're ending it.
And here's what does Shane Dawson sign off with?
I don't know. Here's my shoulder.
See us in the next one. Yeah.
Not at all that. No, he definitely doesn't say that. I feel like I should know what I love Shane Dawson's because we're seeing the videos. What does he say?
They're top notch. He does say something, doesn't he?
Oh well. I know what we say.
Yeah.
You, Bruno.
Let the people say